What's going on, good people? Y'all know what time it is, man. We back in the place to be, man. This is the BOTB live show, Bar BOTB. I am one half of the podcast, Jay Walking the third. That's my brother, my partner, my co-host, my drinking partner, Carolina Dirt. And y'all know who she is. She's been here several times. My sister, Miss Venom Vixen. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. I'm here. We here.
Hey,
We
man,
out
look.
here.
I'm about to say nothing happened from last night to this morning, so we good up to this point.
We are.
I believe in being present. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna let these tricks of the devil fuck up my day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. But outside of that, man, what's going on, Carolina?
Ain't shit, man. Uh, ain't shit. Ain't shit. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy because I didn't want it. Old lady, she didn't want to hear the results, and so I got to bed. I ain't gonna lie, I got to bed at like 7 o'clock to start TikTok. I turned the TV off. I knew what my timeline on my TikTok had, so I just stuck with that. I ain't want to hear nothing. So we woke up. I usually turn on gospel music on the radio station and listen to Ricky Smiley. I didn't even turn that on. I turned YouTube on and pick my music. I went to work. I did what I had to do at work, and I got a private message. When I looked at that, that's when I saw the results. I wasn't trying to be in denial, but they had already said by like 5 or 6 o'clock he already won South Carolina. So
I mean, okay, South Carolinians, we knew.
We
gonna cast our vote, but we knew what it was.
Oh, yeah.
It's a helpless feeling to me. Like, to go and vote. I'm gonna vote, but I already knew that my vote would only count for the masses. It's not gonna. I already knew South Carolina was gonna be red. By about 8 o'clock, I had conceded already. Once 8 o'clock hit and I saw them red states, I was like, oh, I'm going to bed. I'm about to put this I've been watching Schitt's Creek. I put that back on and I was done. I already put it is what it is.
How fitting is that you was watching a show called Schitt's Creek?
Yeah.
From the proverbial up Schitt's Creek.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the crazy part is when you look at this whole election thing, I said it probably months or maybe a year ago. You know, like the Democratic Party should have made a decision a long time ago. She only had 4 months to run a campaign. And realistically, that's not realistic. It's not enough time for people to know who she is and what she's really about. What I don't like is I just don't like seeing our people fighting over shit that we ain't got nothing to do with.
That is fair. That is fair. The silver lining to this, if there is a silver lining, is no, there's not a silver lining yet. What I'll say is you can't keep not employing motherfuckers for being a felon no goddamn more.
Yeah.
Ever. They better stop that shit right now.
They gotta stop. They gotta fix that shit immediately.
Yeah. And South Carolina has some of the harshest laws, not just employee. you can't even get an apartment. You know what I mean? So they need to stop that shit right now.
They probably ain't. There's still ways to keep. I don't want to use the word handcuffs, but a chokehold on certain situations, certain jobs. So they not gonna relax that shit. That shit is not for regular folk. Put it like that. Not for regular folk.
Let's be more not for black people. Not for
Say
black
it
people.
without saying
I mean,
it.
there's a lot of other fellas other than black folks. So I'll say that. I'll say for other people.
I don't know, cuz I think I'm on that train of I'm not a person of color no more. I'm just black. I'm just black. You know, it's a whole bunch of it's crazy. It's like we had to get to where we are now so that we can move forward. Like
Yeah, we had to get past the little elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is Trump. Okay, so here's the thing. There's two things that can happen, right? He can do what he did the first time when he was president, which was nothing. Okay, he'll go tee off, play golf, and he doesn't do really.
just let him do that, cuz I don't want to hear no bullshit about him playing golf. He better off there than in the goddamn White House.
Exactly. So he could do that, or he could do a lot of damage. So that's where we at right now. Where is he really at? You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't 100% feel like Trump is 100% a racist. I just think that he's egotistical and everything's about him. And so hopefully he'll take these 4 years and do what he's done before. Just make it about him. The
Yeah,
fuck?
I kind
Mexico trying to call me right now.
yeah, I kind of
They
feel
must
like
have heard what you said.
I don't think he's a full fledged. He one of them dudes that he ain't racist, but he ain't gonna stop the shit neither. Like he ain't gonna go up against
I
it.
don't feel like he's 100% like
Yeah.
hands down racist. I just think that like he just talks shit. He's like a person who likes to talk shit.
Yeah. And then he's a businessman, so the way he does it, everybody looks at him as well. Most business people are like that. They are. They only care about the finances. Because that's another thing. When I look at it, I look at it as the Democrats did mess up, but when it comes to money, that's all Americans think about. So that's how I figured he was going to win. Because when it comes down to it, America, and I posted this shit, America is a business. He is a businessman, and many people have said that before. But if you think about it, a lot of people talking, they talk about, well, I was broke. I didn't have this. My 401k. They weren't caring about education. They threw education. They wasn't caring about that. The people that wanted him in there wanted their 401k to bounce back. They wanted their stocks to bounce back. They wanted their crypto to go up. They wanted $1. And he is a businessman, and America is a business. You got to think. People come from another country for what? They want some type of wealth or property or business
Opportunity.
They don't come here.
Actual life.
Yeah,
because we take for granted that we actually have an actual life. Yeah. You know, I started to make this post earlier, and then I literally erased it because I felt like I couldn't explain it out in full terms. I feel like the question people keep trying to ask is like, 4 years ago, were you better off 4 years ago than you are here today? That's a trick bag question. That question has so many tricks in it. Because me personally, this is my personal experience. Okay, I got laid off at the end of 2020. My severance package was more than what I was getting paid. So, and they didn't just give me the package. It was like every 2 weeks, we're going to pay you like you're still on the payroll, right? Then I was able to get pandemic unemployment, right? And then I still had my other shit going on. So when somebody says, are you better off then when Trump was president to now? Yeah, when Trump was president, I was getting a lot of money, but it wasn't because of him. it was because of what I had already put in place. I can't get unemployment if I hadn't paid into the unemployment. I can't get a severance package if I ain't signed a contract. So, like, the things that were actually greater in that time for me, let's say financially, has nothing to do with who's present.
Yeah, that's what I say. That has nothing to do with it. Because if you think, am I better now than I was back then? I would say financially, no. Even though, even if I would have got a bump in pay, the bills and the interest rates in which we have now, I would say I'd rather take it back then. If bread, a gallon of water was like $1, I don't know what it was. It was lower than $1. Might have been 89 cents.
You talking
Now
about
if
the
you go,
jug? Yeah, they was
yeah,
like
now
that
if
was
you
like
now if you go to
89 cents.
Family Dollar, it's like $1. It's like $1.85 or something like that. So
Yeah,
am I better? Am I better now than I was back then? I would say no when you look at the entire spectrum.
yeah.
But if you say but also, am I better now? I would say yeah, because now I realize if times get hard, I know how to adjust. If I put it
That's
like that,
fair.
I know how
That's
to
fair.
adjust. I know how to go buy a family pack of chicken and we throw that bitch in the not the new way. What's that shit? The crock pot and make that shit last about 3 days. I
Put
wasn't
some
thinking
water
about
on
it.
that shit. You better put some water on that shit.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that shit back then. I was thinking, shit, we just go grab something to eat. But yeah, when you look at it like that, nah. The interest rates, the mortgage rates, the increase on insurance as far as health. Shit, some
Oh,
states
yeah.
don't even have more homeowners insurance because of earthquakes and natural disasters. Are we better now? Nah, we're not better now.
It ain't never been specifically Donald Trump for me. It's
Nah,
always been the motherfuckers that he incite.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk
It
about
ain't
that.
never been it ain't never been Trump. It's the people that take the sound bites that he gives, because he always gonna give a fucking sound bite, and they turn it into gospel, tabernacle,
Mm-hmm.
want to beat on their chest, want to flip on old black women at voting polls. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, I feel like now that it's done, maybe it has appeased that type of person. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean take your head off a swivel. It don't mean, um, if you was fucking with your coworkers before this election, continue fucking with your coworkers. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
don't feel like what happened requires you to make a change. But also, don't just be a victim. Don't be an NPC in the way. You know what I'm saying? Um, we don't know what he gonna do. He has offended absolutely everybody that he's worked with. If he didn't offend them, they found out who he was and they don't fuck with him. So, what does his cabinet even look like? I'm trying to figure out. He had concepts of an idea of what he is going to do. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Can we talk about the fact that he's been using a body double for his wife?
Yeah, I saw that.
I had to analyze it for myself.
say
Like,
that
I
again.
literally thought about it the other day. I was like, I ain't heard Melania Trump talk in like 2 years, right? And then there's a video of him coming out with her, right? And then I'm looking and I started thinking about it some more. I was like, why is she the only person in the room with sunglasses on?
Yep.
So me and my daughter took the video and we took a picture of Melania and put it together. I was like, that ain't her jawline. That ain't her lips. That ain't none of her. And I'm like, who goes so far to get somebody? That is not his wife.
It's
And if
gonna be.
I'm lying, I'm flying through the school.
Nah, that don't go.
I haven't seen the images. I'm like my brother, cuz like I treated the election like a man over 40 treat New Year's. I was in the
Mhm.
bed and I wasn't giving a fuck because I didn't know nothing till the fireworks went off. And last night it wasn't no fireworks for me. So I didn't really know until the morning. And I breathed on it for about 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's we need to do something about social media. And the motherfuckers on social media, and I know we on social media with this shit right now. But we are
Social media.
reasonable people. You know what I'm
Social
saying?
media help.
Some
Social
people
media.
need a maximum amount of hours that they can put out content.
Yeah.
You feel
No,
me?
social media is hell. But you know what? The thing is, I'm talking to two men. The reality is, and it's a reality we have fought several times. America's not willing, is not ready for a woman to be the leader. And so it's just the reality. And their allies are white women. I'm gonna call them out. I ain't scared to call them out. White women do not want to see a woman in power. Period.
Clearly.
Black men, yes. Black women, yes. Because who's the head of our most of our households?
Black
Big.
women.
You know what I mean? We are used to a woman being in charge. White women ain't used to that shit.
They not in charge of their regular life.
They not used to it. And I even talked to my son's friends, and I told him, I said, before I say this, I don't want to be offensive to none of your friends. But I am but ask them quickly. You know what I'm saying? Who on here is the poor white person? Because the reality is there's nobody championing for poor white people, and poor white people vote for rich white people policies.
For sure.
Somebody asked me, would I vote for somebody because of their race? And I said, God damn right I would. If you black, yep, I'm gonna vote for you. Why? Because this is what has been going on forever. So poor white people vote for rich white people policies every day. So I can't vote for black people because they're black.
I feel like I vote for opportunity more so than the opportunity to do whatever instead of the opportunity to make an extra dollar, because the extra dollar ain't guaranteed, but an opportunity to do something is more feasible to me. Because you got to
But
figure everybody voted for the extra dollar is going to get taxed that extra dollar.
yeah,
I like I said, if America's a business and you're making more money, you're going to get taxed more. So these poor white people, you're still going to be in the same tax bracket, have to pay the same tax, even though you're voting for this man. You're not operating a business. Those people that get business cuts have a business. And then even then you have to make a certain amount of money to get them tax breaks that he's giving out. Other than that, you just a white person ain't nothing but a poor black person with a lighter skin tone. We all the same. Whether you're
At
Puerto
the end of
Rican,
the day,
Dominican, Jamaican, Indian, it doesn't matter who you are. When it comes down to it, you are a social security number, a tax ID, you are a digit.
at,
Basically, we all are just a digit. Anybody
facts.
that know, if you're from South Carolina, what is it? Your social security number start with 247 or whatever it is. Mine don't. Boy, I know South Carolina like 247, whatever. You are a digit. You are no better than nobody else. So why would you
Facts.
vote for an extra dollar that you don't have instead of voting for a better health plan or vote
for
for
some
somebody who's going
reason,
to help get these kids more educated?
for some reason, ignorant people seem to think that he just gonna cut stimmies again. He just
Yeah.
got money to hand out. You know what I'm
Mm-mm.
saying? And we can sit here and act like it's all these other things that got him elected. They have tied the fact that this man is generationally wealthy to the fact that he is going to make them generationally wealthy, or that he
Make
just gonna come
America
in
great again.
and cut
Make
checks.
America great again. What year are we talking about? What year are we going back to? What year is this? The 80s, the 90s, 2000s, 70s, 60s. What is exactly are we going back to?
I ain't gonna front, cuz 86 to like 98 was pretty damn gangster. You know,
I was a
But you
baby
know,
then. So.
I'm about to
I
say,
I was a baby too.
was a baby then, so I don't know nothing about that.
I'm just
okay,
saying, for what I was going through, like these kids is fucked up. Don't get it twisted. These kids are upset about this election, and I'm talking about way too young to care about politics. That's what's crazy. These
well,
kids,
Yeah,
it's been transmitted as doom and gloom by all the adults. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? And it's affecting these young kids in a way that it shouldn't. I didn't give a damn who. I only knew Ronald Reagan because his picture was on the wall in the school, his picture was on the wall in the post office, his picture was
drill,
on the wall in the grocery store.
don't do drugs.
I had no care about the president until I went in the military.
Mm,
And when I
interesting.
went, that's different because that's technically my goddamn boss.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, these kids think. I mean, it's separating. They even showed it's like separating households. So
Oh yeah.
if your parents, if you're a child, your parents already had a disagreements. Now you about to disagree on politics, on something that, Dad, why would you vote for him if my sister get pregnant to have a baby, or Mom, why would you vote for him if we're not getting the benefits of the dollar, we're not getting any extra help. Like it divides the family so much. And these kids aren't. I'm not gonna say they're not. They have a lack of enthusiasm when it comes to a lot of shit, but they're not dumb. They see what's going on and they see how it hurts them in the future.
they are literally going to change
Yeah.
the game as much as we came from our parents who are hard workers, we hard workers. But you know what? These new young people, you can respect it or not. But guess what they say? They say, "Hey, if I work 40 hours a week and still can't pay my bills and still be broke, then I might as not work." They're going to force the workforce to change because they're not willing to work for the pennies that we worked for, our forefathers worked for, our ancestors worked for, and the ones before that were slaves. They didn't have a choice. This new generation is like, you want to give me $15 an hour? I can't pay my rent. I can't do this with that. I can't do that with that. So I'd rather just stay home and just say, fuck the man and stay home.
For the
Man, they
ones
had.
that have that option, a lot of them don't have that option.
I saw a dude. He posted. He didn't say what state he was in. He said he made 70 grand a year and can't afford his bills. So it was many
That's
comments under.
crazy.
Yeah, there's many comments under. Once again, he didn't say what state he in. They're saying, yeah, 70 grand ain't enough. I'd
That's
rather
crazy.
not work for 70 grand. What type of job you do? And I'm just thinking, where are our priorities? Like, you don't make 70 grand because you're trying to live like a nurse, like a registered nurse or a traveling nurse. You don't make 70 grand because you're trying to keep up with, 70 grand don't work for you because you're trying to keep with this UPS driver who make 2 grand a week. Like, people put stuff out there, but they don't go in depth. And I understand you don't want people
Nobody
making
told you to get a $1,200 car payment
exactly.
and a
That's what I'm saying.
$3,600 mortgage.
But they're saying
You know
that's
what I'm
why he
saying?
said he's voting for Trump because he can't afford his life with 70 grand a year.
Well,
God
let's check
bless him.
back in about
Look,
24
God
months
bless him. I hope
when,
it work out for him.
right, we check back in 24 months when nothing has changed and he's still struggling.
And that was my thing. Like all these people are acting like a change is gonna come But what happened in 2 years when you were in a worse predicament? So what do you say? Oh, he need to get out. You was the same one fighting and telling everybody he need to get it, and it could be reversed for Kamala too. It can go either way. But when people
I
put up
agree.
so much of a fight, when people put up so much of a fight to say this person should be in office, and then in 2 years that person you find out the person ain't the right fit. Like I don't want to hear the shit. Like all of
Right.
these
Well,
make America great hats are out again. Like them hats wasn't here 9 months ago, but they here now.
no,
They
them hats was there.
no
Them
hell
hats
no
been there.
hell no they out there now. They out there now. They out there showing. I'm just saying like you can't. And there's another thing. Everybody is an expert in politics now. In a week, nobody will care about politics.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't
That's the
care.
problem.
This morning, the care started wearing off.
I don't know. It's the I won shit.
No,
I
but you
don't
know what?
agree
I'm
with.
gonna be 100. Like, I'm not crazy on social media, but I have blocked the most people ever.
Yeah, I saw
This
you. I think I
and
saw you
it
posted.
wasn't about who you believe in and who you feel about. It was about disrespect as a woman.
Yeah.
As a woman, I can't take you posting this bitch did this, bitch. Whoa. If she got to be a bitch, then I can't do it. She literally came into this election period in August, and she ran a hell of a campaign.
And
And if
that's
you don't respect what that woman did, and you're gonna have the nerve to be online calling her a bitch. Yeah, I'm a block. Fuck that. Blah. I ain't gonna
So
block.
let me ask you this. So, and there's people that you really know, or you just like through social media know. But I know you know a lot of people.
probably
Reason being,
both.
like that's how it divides us. Like you say, like
It's a combination. Like, but I do have to look at if even do I even give a fuck about you or your opinion? So if maybe removing you from my timeline gives me peace, then I'm gonna just remove you. And I've never ever blocked people until this now. I just feel like I, as a woman, I'm offended. I am offended. I am. I am. I ain't gonna lie. I am. Because I do know that this country, as much as black men are beaten down, treated so wrong, they would rather you become president before a woman. And it is offensive.
so. Is
I
it?
think that's a small percentage, Kyle. Like the exit polling showed that almost 80% of black men voted for her. You know what I'm saying? I think that's fair.
It's
I
fair.
think I
That's fair.
think if 4 out of 5 dudes is voting for her, we listened, we took it into consideration, and people made the decision that they thought they could live with. I think that was one of the off-putting things that I dealt with when I woke up this morning is just scrolling reel after reel of black women saying, I knew we couldn't count on y'all. Y'all ain't protect us. Y'all like it's more divisiveness. So
It is. It's very divisive.
now what you saying about disrespect, I saw them too. And them people are really just playing the social media game, trying to get their 5 seconds of fame. You know what I'm saying? Those are
Yeah.
the people that if I say something outlandish, I'm gonna get this many views. You feel me? Um, Nobody believes in the conviction of what they because if you caught them in a one-on-one situation and you press them about it, they'll be like, "Man, I was just playing because I'm trying to get my followers up. I'm trying to get my views up."
But
And I don't care which one of you tough people would say, "Nah, man, I'm real about that shit." You don't know anything about Donald Trump, and you know less about Kamala.
Yeah.
and
You feel me?
We
and I,
we we didn't have long enough to even learn anything about her. But let's talk about the real the shit that's on the table. Biden and Kamala's presidency, and you can fact check all this shit. I'll put it on the table. Okay? They had the most bills blocked than any presidency ever. And if you look at the bills they tried to pass, was all about helping the American people. It's nefarious to me for one party to say, gang, gang, I'm not going to let blue pass it because it's going to make them look good. I will let the American people suffer another 4 years just to be able to make it our thing. So, for example, the border bill, Kamala and Biden were ready to pass that bill. Trump ran his first time on about the border, right? Right? We all know. Border, 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 border. Border, 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 border. Kamala and Trump and Kamala and Biden both agreed to pass that bill. What did they do? Filibuster. Because they didn't want to let the Democratic president pass that bill to stop that border. So then when you're saying they're letting all these people through the border, it's crazy because they were willing to stop it. And y'all weren't willing to back it. And the Republicans only want a Republican government to be able to say they stopped it. That's nefarious as hell. That means you do not care about American people. That means you're willing to let America suffer for another 4 years just so he can pass the same bill that they walked onto the fucking floor.
Yeah.
He don't have his name on nothing. You feel me?
That's
why the Affordable Health Care Act is the Affordable Health Care Act and not the Obamacare. Trump want his name on something. You feel me? That's gonna last forever. You feel me?
He put on stimulus checks, and that's what they like.
So at the end of the day, man, I don't know. I don't know what you do, but keep on doing what you do, cuz. You feel me? If you black, do what you're supposed to do. Hold the people that you love close to you, and keep your head on the swivel.
Yep.
I know a Latino. He from Mexico or Hispanic, and he before the election he was genuinely scared. He been here for like 17 years, married and everything. And he's just like, he was worried. He was like, because he don't know what's gonna come on. And like I seen worry in a grown ass older gentleman over 50. Like he don't want to go back because he know if he go back, it's gonna be harder for him to get back. And my thing is, in my mind, I'm like, man, you been here 17 years. You got a job with tax return and all that. Like, why would they even try to fuck with you like that? But I understand that they probably would, and you probably got friends and family that's over here that have less time than you. Like, you know, we talk about black people, but you know, these Latinos and Hispanics, some of them are really, really scared. And
some of them deserve to be scared because they put that motherfucker in office, car. Like,
well, yeah, after I saw the numbers, after I saw that numbers, I was like, that's crazy. After I saw them, like, that's crazy.
Somebody explained it in a way that made me understand it. So basically, it was another dude who has Hispanic coworkers and everything, and they was talking about how can you vote for somebody that just took a shit on Puerto Rico and just Latin people in general. Not one time, not 2 times, not 10 times, umpteen times. And basically, he was like, because they know that them people ain't the ones that's voting. The Latinos that's here are here, and they don't give a shit. They don't want none of the new ones to come neither. You feel me?
Preach.
So you got a contingency of Latinos that's here under a work visa or a green card, whatever you have it. It's the best situation for them. They can't vote, but what can they do? They can work, and they can pay taxes.
But they don't want them to work. They
Nah,
don't want
they
them
gonna
to
keep
work.
the ones that's here that did the paperwork to be here that got legitimate jobs. They not necessarily gonna fuck with them people because that's the source of revenue that they getting
Mm.
with half of the rights.
But I think they're gonna wait too long to figure that shit out. I think if they do it, they're gonna start clearing out, and those are the ones like when Florida did. When Florida was like, we don't want them here, and they got a whole bunch of houses halfway built. And what happened after that?
Mm.
Two hurricanes coming and tear that bitch
Say
up.
that.
Now, what happens with the rest of America? What happens with the rest of America when that shit happened? These Latinos and Hispanics and other cultures are building skyscrapers and trying to build America. The same America they want to be better. These people are putting their hands in the dirt, the foundation. The average, the regular poor white people, they don't want those jobs. The poor black people don't want those jobs, but these people are taking the jobs. So you tell them they can't be here, but then you mad when other companies take their jobs and put them in Mexico and put them in other places. You can't have it both ways. You cannot
We
have
gonna
it
see
both
how it
ways.
go.
You know what? I guess at the just to tie a bow on it, me, you, him, and him. Y'all woke up today and y'all life ain't changed.
True.
Cause at the end of the day, we gonna keep pressing on. We gonna keep doing what we gotta do. And if anything, it was a symbolism. Like I didn't put a lot of stake into presidency to change my life. My stake I put into it is for my daughter, who absolutely adores Kamala Harris, who adores Barack Obama. My children have grown up just seeing like Barack Obama everywhere. Like, back in the day when black people always had the Jesus on the wall, I was the one that had the Barack Obama on the wall. And it wasn't about that I just loved everything he agreed with, everything that he did. It was about the fact of giving them hope.
Yep.
Hope. It's not about, I had to explain to a friend of mine that was a Republican. It's not, he said, why would you vote just because somebody's black? I'm going to vote because of hope.
Because for 250 years, they've only been white.
Right?
You, that's easy for you to say when everybody that goes
Right?
for the position look like you.
Damn right. When I'm looking at that ballot, anybody name look black, I'm voting for them. Why? Because we have to crack the ceiling to get the right people in. And if we have to use comfortable Negroes like Kamala Harris, Barack Obama, people that don't look offensive to them, they don't have the darker skin. Because you've noticed, if you look in politics, look at who's winning when it comes to us. They're still comfortable to white people. So if that's what's going to take to knock them doors down, I'm willing and able, and I will vote motherfucking black every time. Just like I vote for, I look, hands in ring. I voted for Nikki Haley her first run. I ain't gonna lie, because I thought as a woman she would do something different, and she betrayed the state. And I ain't vote for the next time. I'll vote for National
Who?
whatever his name was.
You said Master P.
NASA Pula, whatever his name was.
Oh,
I did, literally. I voted for her the first time because I was like, yes, maybe a woman will come in and show some compassion, love, all this stuff. And she showed me she wasn't about that. And I was like, oh, I'm out.
Well, well, that's another thing I would say is um, what you were saying about your kids seeing, Barack Obama as the president, seeing Kamala run for vice president, and then or win vice presidents, win the vice presidency, and run for president. Those kids can still be proud of that because she did do it.
She
You know what
did.
I'm saying? Um,
they
but
did, but
also,
you also got to look at the criticism that she's taking because of social media. Them, just like we hear them calling her a bitch. These kids hearing them same people calling her a bitch and all types of shit too. It gives them hope, but you gotta support that hope because of
Oh,
it. These kids
no
ain't
question.
ready. These kids ain't ready. These little girls ain't ready to be called a bitch and all that. But that's what they putting out there.
Oh, do Jesus.
That's what they putting out there. We trying to we as black folk or ethnic background or people of color or people that support women. We said, hey, Kamala, we're gonna support you, and you have other people saying, other people of our race calling her a bitch, like Venom said earlier. Like you
Well,
don't want your daughter to be like, hey, this is what you can be, but on her social media feed that is blocked or unblocked at school or little kids running around that black bitch like that, that's a lot for these kids. I'm saying ain't no we can control it, but you also gotta look at that aspect too.
even if you in the bins, you still a nigga, cuz.
Mm.
OJ was the most assimilated, close to as close as he wanted to be with white folks, and all of that ended. You know what I'm saying? As long as people are alive, you're gonna have people that speak negatively about another person.
We talking about the
And
kids now.
that's the
Yeah,
thing.
we talking
Like,
about the
even
kids.
with all of the slander that they put on that woman's name for these young girls to see, we still have to make it we still have to make them understand that people are gonna. That's why I don't like all of this appeasement shit with these kids. That's why I don't like this go along to get along. Well, everybody has we want to be so decent, yet we do all this crazy messed up stuff. You feel me?
Uh-huh.
So you just want to continue to be proud. You want to continue to speak up, you know, um, for what she's done and for what she tried to do. And I'll be honest, I wouldn't run again. I wouldn't run
Hold
again.
up. With a fair opportunity, like Venom said, she only had what? Damn, Venom.
4 or 5 months.
Yeah, 4 or 5 months. If you got a nice following, a nice support group, you wouldn't do it again for a full fledged. I want to run because she's still young. That's how I put it. She's still young. Um,
She could. I don't know what the Democratic Party is going to do because they so jacked up right now. Um, but it's jacked on both sides.
it is. It
It's
is.
jacked on both sides. It's like whether or not this Project 2025 thing tries to eliminate democracy in the presidency, like that's the thing that we kind of on pins and needles about. Is how many of these Project 2025 bills are going to be passed. He want to be the last president ever. You feel me?
Yep. And that what he said. You know what? God bless and good night to that one. Listen, I'm so over all of that shit.
Ultimately, you still got to do your groundwork. You still got to do the local stuff. You still got to elect your sheriff. You still got to elect your school board president. You still got to get your local council people in. Like, the presidency takes on this impending experience every 4 years, God.
Look, unpopular opinion. I seen this is where I feel like we get race. Unpopular opinion. People like Leon Lott, blah 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 blah. What is wrong with Leon Lott? Like, as a sheriff, he does his motherfucking job. You might not like that he shut down your favorite club, but there's a reason why your favorite club got shut down.
We like them titties.
Because when it comes to a missing child,
Oh
he
yeah,
don't
he on the
play
side.
at all.
or
He don't play
or
at all.
or officer indecency, any kind of questionable officer conduct.
Yeah.
He don't fuck around.
He don't fuck around. And that's
I,
why, but that's when you start seeing why race is playing so a part of so much that we do. Because it's like when I look at it and I look at things I've been through, things I've experienced, I'm like, nah, Leon Lotta ain't that bad. Like y'all try to make him sound so goddamn bad. No. When it comes to a missing child, brown, white, red, black, colored, whatever, he go hard and he does not stop until he find that child.
I mean, and just like you say, if he say, all right, now we done been to your club too many times. You on the radar. You might as well go ahead and shut your doors and come up with another business plan because he is gonna make sure your doors will be locked forever.
And told y'all asses, if y'all, first of all, if you know, I'm pretty sure y'all have had y'all opportunities to do business licenses. There's a little box. It asks, is your business sexual in nature? If you don't check that shit and try to play like you're a restaurant and all you sell is chicken wings and fries and you ain't check off that box that you's gonna have strippers in there, guess what? Your ass going down. Period.
Right.
You see,
And
he has to be.
that's the more important thing is for for we like to be loud and wrong. You feel me?
Yup.
We
Loud
like
and
to
wrong.
be loud. We like to think because our ancestors dealt with the shit that they dealt with that we should get a free pass. And they ain't never gave us a free pass. So I don't know why we think that they should give us a free pass. You feel me? There's certain things that you have to do. The one thing I say about Barack Obama and now Kamala Harris is they are the most qualified people in the world because if they could have cut them off at the Achilles, they surely would have.
Yeah.
They surely would have. So, again, as black people, we got to stop acting like there's some code that makes us have to act a certain way. Right is right, wrong is wrong, and you can be wrong if you take accountability, and then you can get back right. But the divisiveness, the name calling, the disparaging remarks on people that you have nothing or no knowledge about, all of that goes into what happened yesterday. All of
Man,
that goes into what happened yesterday.
I seen this one clip. They was at a Trump rally or whatever for the election, and it was a woman, and the kid had to be about 12 years old, maybe little chubby white kid. Reporter said, "Who you voting for?" He said, "Trump." Like he can really
Yeah, I
vote.
saw that.
Trump. And he said, "Well, why not Kamala?" He was like, "Cause I hate her." Like that much aggression. My mom used to tell me back in the day, "You don't hate nobody. You might not like them, or you dislike them, but you hate nobody." And to use those strong words at a young age, you already know he gonna use some kid in his school. I hate you, and that breeds negativity within someone, and it spreads like a cancer.
That reporter should have immediately got his parents and put
Yoked
them
his
on
ass
camera.
up. Yep.
They should have not choked them up, not show your face because you getting that from somewhere. You not old enough to develop that opinion on your own. Let's just be real.
You're on mute, Venom. Venom, you're on mute.
She going through it, cuz.
Venom, you're on mute. You're on mute.
Oh
There you
shit.
go.
All right. No, I have a child. I won't say which one. Who is a goddamn bigot.
She going through it, cuz.
I wanted to give G
The
Stack
90% of black people, the 90% of black women that voted last night,
Yeah.
64% of them drunk as hell because they don't know
Yeah.
what happened.
They on sangrias and tequila shots and
I just can't take it no more. I gotta give me a cocktail.
yeah, man.
Sorry, y'all. My phone doing all kind of things. But let me just tell y'all, I have a child. I ain't gonna tell which one. Who is a fucking bigot when it comes to certain things. Ain't learned none of that shit from me. Okay? I love and respect the LGBT community, but I have a child that do not fuck with that shit at all. And did not learn none of that from my household.
But that's
Has
his choice.
seen marriages, you know what I'm saying, same-sex marriages, has seen same-sex marriages producing children, did all of that, and my child is a fucking bigot.
But that's the power of choice, right?
That was the choice.
Yeah.
And I tell that mug all the time. I be like, I just don't want you to go out there into the world and somebody hear you say that shit and then put it on me. Because I promise you, I never instill no shit like that in you. I don't give a damn what anybody does anywhere with their own personal self. That's me personal. That's how I feel. Like, if you want, you know, I had somebody ask me like, "Oh, you good with killing babies?" No, I'm not saying I'm good with killing babies. All I'm saying is that's their personal choice. I'm not saying that I feel like everybody need to be gay. No, but that's their personal. I'm not putting no. I don't. What everybody wants to do personally is, I feel like, is their choice.
I absolutely agree with that. And I had no idea that, yeah. I mean,
But I
you have to
just
ask,
wanted to say
have
that to you to know I have a bigot as a child.
have you ever asked them why they feel the way they feel?
So it started very, very young. I can remember at like 5 years old watching like America's Got Talent, and a dance troupe of boys came out there and they danced and then they put on high heels and they were like, no, 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 that's wrong, wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know where it came from, but I can promise you it wasn't instilled by no parents.
Yeah, but is it at that age? Even if you didn't instill that, if only he saw women put heels on, then it's wrong. In his eyes, it's wrong. You didn't have to teach him that. The normal course of life of saying females wear high heel stilettos, then wear.
So before you get her son caught up, she
No,
never said him.
I didn't say him. I
She never said him.
Thank you, Jay. I never said him.
Well, okay, I'm saying him. But some things are just naturally learned where we think there's guidelines to it, should I say. This day and age, think about it. This day and age, say a man wearing a dress ain't nothing. But in the 80s, 90s, a man wearing a dress is.
They been wearing dresses, Carl. They've been wearing dresses since gladiator times.
What I'm saying is, if you see him now compared to if you see him back in the day, you were less comfortable back then than you are now.
But she's talking about this is the generation behind us.
Yeah, but she's saying it wasn't taught. That's
yeah, like all I'm saying is, like, don't always assume that the parents taught that.
That's what I'm saying. So
you know what I mean? Because I'm the least homophobic person ever.
Would you say though somebody has given their opinion some kind of merit? It didn't have to be you, but somebody has given the opinion merit. You feel me?
Who's that right there?
It's TV. It's
jumping in there.
That's Joseph, young Joseph of the Woodworks. What's going on, brother?
What's happening?
Is this say Joseph
with a G? That's the one.
Okay.
Joseph with a
I
G.
see
That's the
you.
one. What's going on with you, Venom? You probably don't remember me, but I done known you for a little while now.
I 100% apologize because I can't see shit.
Oh no,
She
She
literally
blocking you.
I
started this
need
Don't
show
worry, she
glasses.
when
blocking
she
you.
can't
So
see.
like for me,
Hey,
all y'all are blur.
Nah,
so you got
you good. I wouldn't expect you to know me like that. We done crossed paths a bunch of times. I used to shoot videos back in the day.
You look like you're a little bit younger.
I like that. I'm not. I'm 42, but I like that.
That's
Well,
old Nick
you
Cannon
still
right there. What is you
technically
talking
younger
about?
than me. You're not a whole lot younger, but you are younger
yeah,
than me.
you made her. You made her squint her eyes.
Yeah,
That's
listen,
old
I'm
young
trying
face
to
Nick Cannon.
look like
I heard it the first
I
time, but
have
you
lived my
said it the
life
second time.
with
I had to laugh, Chop.
20/20 vision. I'm not ready to concede the glasses, but I do know I can't see.
Well, Venom, you look like you in a fishbowl right now, cause yo,
Y'all wow.
Yeah, but y'all hopped off the Trump stuff. I heard y'all on there earlier. Then
No,
y'all
we just having the conversation, brother.
oh, I just want to say, fuck Donald Trump.
Mm. Somebody had to say it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's my. I mean, I ain't mad at him. I don't really care nothing about him. I'm mad at the mentality of the people.
that what brother said.
Yeah, I'm mad at how many black men I'm seeing hop on social media now and pick at black women as a whole because one loss.
Mm. Mm-mm.
Mm.
That's
Say
just
that.
weird to me because
I
Super weird.
got a drink to that. Anybody else got a shout out?
Hey, Jarvis, it's something higher than the Super Bowl, and they picking at a loss.
bruh, it reminds me of Chiefs fans calling me the day after the Super Bowl like, ha, y'all blew it in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like, bro, no, we ain't no. It's different though because that team was our team.
yeah, yeah.
Like that, like those, like people think it's like avatars, like video games. You got Ryu, I got Ken. Nah, them people was real. They really up there fighting for real stuff. Like
Yeah.
Right.
that's reality. Like you can say what you
And
want.
can we at least add the fact that she really didn't get the ball until like August? She had like 4 months to run a campaign, and just think about right now. If somebody told you you had 4 months to run a campaign to keep people to vote for you, any millions that she got, God bless.
I wouldn't even make it that deep. I think if you had 4 months to plan a party, if you had 4 months to plan a party for 500 people,
No,
you
gotta do
almost
5,000.
running out of time.
Yeah,
You gotta do 5,000.
But this is the thing though. It shouldn't. This is my thing. I agree, but at the same time, 4 months when she's been vice president for 4 years, and we know who Trump is.
Mm.
Why does she have to jump up and down and tell us what she was gonna do? She was gonna do anything better than him.
I agree with that.
She had better intentions than him. Even if you tell me she was strict on certain laws, cool. This man is on some real obscene with these laws, and the people that he's powering up. But I seen a girl in my post this morning. She said I'm riding down the street, and a white dude pull up in me at a light, start sticking his tongue out at me, and hold up a Trump sign, right? So my mind is like, okay, they starting. I knew they was gonna be on the BS, but by the time I take me a little nap, get up, I see somebody posting that they kids at school and they get to a water fountain, they got colors
I saw
over
that.
one and whites over the other one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I just saw another post I just shared was like they get emails and talking about is slavery starting on whatever
Yep.
day.
Yeah,
Bro,
I know
this
somebody got
the
that email.
mentality that y'all charged up and y'all laughing talking about ha that bitch lost. You losing what? Your kids about to lose. Your cousins, your aunties, your grandma, when they in public, they're gonna lose. Because now you sat and powered up somebody a whole movement of people who've been hating us forever. And now they got an avatar, somebody that's really gonna speak that talk they really want to be spoke. Boy, we might not be as bad as like doom and gloom as everybody making it, but there are gonna be a lot more situations we're gonna have to face because niggas thought that they was gonna get lower taxes.
It's going to be a lot of small
Mm.
race. I'm not going to say wars, but race battles. There's going to be a lot of them now. And
They
the thing
going
about it is, as somebody said, we not the same aunts and great aunties that was picking cotton. Shit, I got a CWP. I got 2 clips. I got a switch. Like you got these
Fuck
black.
around and find out.
Yeah,
Fuck around and find out.
with this new age is what they're not understanding. They're thinking. Some of them are thinking we'll go back to the old days when America was great. Back then, we ain't had nothing to fight with. This day and age, you take that same energy and you go to Chicago. You take
I ain't
that
gonna even lie.
same energy, you go to the
It's
five boroughs. Huh?
you Dirk, you don't want to live near by me, right?
Yeah.
So when that electricity went out, I was on fuck around find out mode. I ain't gonna even lie. Listen, I went and got the shotty. I put the damn the damn flashlight on my phone.
Yeah.
Gathered my kids in one room, and I was on fuck around and find out mode. I ain't gonna even lie. It was I was ready.
But what I would say is we do need to find the good white folk, the good Puerto Ricans, the good every race that's in America, and we just need to stick together and fight these local battles together to rise up in 4 years. We really need to do that. We need to form our own village, our own community where we sit here and talk and educate the people that's not educated and increase the education on those that have education in politics. So when this shit come around again, we actually can be the movement.
I'm gonna say
real quick while you thinking.
If you don't say it, I'm gonna say it.
Well, hold on. While you think, go ahead and think. I just like these black little women that we raised as girls to turn into teenagers to turn into women. They are so strong. They have so many people to look up to. But it's hurtful for the decisions of the abortions, the decisions of education, the decisions of how you pay your bills. It's hurtful. It's hurtful. You got to teach these girls to be strong. And like you said, now you got black men. They was calling little black girls bitches in videos in music, but nah, they doing it on a different level now.
They calling real live that you can't even look at this woman and call her. How you gonna look at this educated, well-balanced woman a bitch, and y'all just like this bitch did, this bitch. I saw one post where they was like, "Oh, she didn't even have the nerve to address her supporters," and somebody else was like, "Well, Trump didn't do this either. He didn't concede. He never did." And they were like, "Oh, well, did you expect him to?" So you want more out of her than him. This is
always have
that I'm about to deal with. Let me just say this. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna leave all that Trump shit on the damn table. All that shit over there. At the end of the day, I hope and I pray that Kamala licks her wounds and realizes this is what it was. This is America. The reality is they're not really ready for a woman to lead. When I was in college, when I took my psychology class, white women are the biggest ones who do not believe that women are leaders. This is not a black community problem. Because we know who leads the black community. Who do you call first? Big motherfucking mama. Everybody know in the community when some shit go wrong, who we call first? Big mama. We respect the men 100%. But white women are the allies that brought Kamala down.
Yes. I don't think it's 100%. I don't believe the respect, but I come from a household that was run by a woman. I have no issues trusting a woman fundamentally to control the infrastructure, of the people that they love. I'm not even gonna say a house because most black women care for more than they own motherfucking kids.
Yes.
I got
They
a
care
bunch of
for
I got a bunch of bonus kids, so
right.
say
They
no more.
care for they sons' friends, they daughters' hunger.
Right.
They care for everybody equally.
Godchildren,
Hey,
all that shit.
hey, little buddy at work that work with a little young fella that work with him and everything. They all got
Right.
love.
So
Let me tell you something. My godson not only is driving one of our cars on my insurance, and I claim all of his kids as my GG babies.
right.
I have 100% stood in the gap, and not just my godson. I can name several men. That's why I don't like when black men put that narrative that like black women won't love you, won't have money. You know how broke ass black men that I have stood beside, me myself personally, that I can look at their lives now and say, yeah, you should give me some props. You know what I'm saying? I had at the young, tender age at like 20, my boyfriend went home to New Jersey, did not come back in time to even get him a spot on campus. I let him live. It's the first man ever lived with me. I let him live in my spot. He's a professor now. I had another boyfriend that had no license at all. I took his ass every fucking week he got paid down to the DMV because he had a suspended license. And I told him, put $100 on. It ain't got to be a lot. Just put something on your tickets. To the point where when it finally came to the court date, the cop looked at the fact that he paid off his tickets and said, you know what? Instead of mandatory jail time, I'm going to lower your sentence. There's so many black women that stood in the gap for men. I can't take it when I see them act like we just push y'all aside because you broke or don't have a
But
car or don't have this. That I know I'm
but you
going
know what?
for
Them dudes that talk like that, if you look at them, you can tell they don't get the love from black women. You can just simply look at them and tell they don't get love from black women, whether it's due to circumstance, due to some shit that they did, because there's no way that you love your mama or your aunt or whoever took care of you and you came and put your bold face on the internet to disparage that woman who did absolutely nothing but her job. She applied for a job. Let's just break it down to what it really is. She applied for a job and she did not get it. She did everything that she could to do it and she didn't get it. That's no call. I say bitch frequently and let that motherfucker flow. I never referred to that woman one time that way. You know what I'm saying? Um, but let's just get to the quiet part out loud. This is their desperation showing. This is their last ditch effort to have some type of supremacy attached to the white. Because culturally, scientifically, we are in every, with the smaller percentage, the smallest percentage, we affect their lives every day. They can't talk to their wife because Lil Uzi Vert is coming out of Lil Timmy room loud as a motherfucker. And Lil Timmy on perks and Zans and he running off, jumping in the BMW to go hang out with some black folks. This is the poisonous mentality of the folks that made yesterday what it was. They know that this is the last ditch effort. Grandpa, the really racist one, his ass on dialysis because he almost up out of here. Daddy, he right behind them. The sons are conflicted because they kick it with the football team and they want to buy Jordans and all that, everything that make them halfway cool come from black culture. You know what I'm saying? So
And
I'm not gonna feel no kind of way about their desperation. Again, what I say is be careful in these streets, keep your head on a swivel, and if it look like a goddamn duck and it quack, you take
It's
their
probably
motherfucking head off.
Go duck hunt on them. What I would say, like you said, it ain't Trump. It's some other motherfuckers that's the problem. It's not Trump. It's some
He's the
other
catalyst, but
motherfuckers. He's the
he
catalyst.
he was just feeding. He was throwing. But you said the duck. He was throwing the bread.
Yeah, but it's the other motherfuckers with the smart remarks. Like they act like them and Trump like eat dinner together. They run around here like they eat dinner together. They hit up damn the Sphinx and get damn fried okra together. Y'all ain't that fucking tight. He don't know about you. He don't care about you. Get your life right. Because right now it ain't much but space and opportunity between us. And I think that's where some of these people are going to get it mixed up and not understand what you're
If
putting
Puerto
yourself
Rico is a
in.
shithole, so is parts of Arkansas and Ohio and Kentucky and North Dakota and South Dakota and Montana and New York and Pennsylvania.
Man,
Every
listen.
it's shithole people everywhere. It's
And
just that
you know where a lot of shithole people at?
South
where
Carolina.
In the fucking military that's protecting this damn country.
Yes.
oh, for certain. They
It's,
everywhere. But
it's
again,
people
you have
protecting
one you have one duty to yourself and your family, and that is to protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? Trump directly is not gonna affect you in
no,
the White
No,
House.
and
no.
100%
But
no. And you know what? Y'all got to meet my son. My son over there right now on his phone. I can hear him. I'm listening right now on his Canadian friends.
Listening to everything right now, Venom.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No. I'm one of them. There ain't no TVs in no rooms. If you want to be on the TV, you want to play the game, yeah, I'm eavesdropping on everything y'all got going on. But you know what? It's teaching him the difference between like everybody wants to say America is just that great. He got all these friends in Canada and they are telling him some shit that's making him be like, mm, I don't know about America. Canada sound kind of good. And I ain't gonna lie, I told the other one last night, I said, can you adopt me so I can go to Canada?
I'm here
Get some
and
dual
I'm here
citizenship.
for it. And I'm going the castle doctrine, cuz you can do whatever you want across the street. You can say whatever you want from over there. But if you bring that presidential shit over here, cuz your president gonna get you fucked up. And he ain't showing up to the funeral.
Yeah, I ain't even putting it over here because I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Man, I part of me, bro, I feel kind of enraged by some of the stuff I've been seeing, right?
Mm.
And for me, like I really be in a real peaceful place, man. I really try to, but I ain't like tears came to my eyes when I seen some of the videos. Like when I saw that thing with that dude flexing that lady in Orangeburg at the polls.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that was tough.
yeah,
That was
Everything in
tough.
my heart, everything in my heart wanted me to be able to teleport right there, cause I can't stand it. Like I can't stand for to see us like being played and being handled any old kind of way when we really out here just trying to survive. We don't really put up with more than any race of people has ever had to put up with, and still forced to smile in people's face and be forced to be better citizens than the people who treat us like trash, who parade themselves as the face of good and positivity and for that be all that BS, man. And it pissed me off because like I love everybody, but it almost makes you have to be racist or speak from a point sounds like that way because the reality is there's a shit ton of them people that's fucking evil. And even if you say you're not evil, when you go and push that button and say you voted for Trump, to me, you take in a piece of evil because you know what he stands for. Like you sat there and you hear everything he said. You hear what your mama, your daddies, your uncles, you hear what they saying about why they vote for Trump. You know why they vote. You in the meetings that ain't really real meetings, and to me that's the problem. Like that really bothered me. So to see that man flex on that, to me it was like you bringing all that energy. You wanted to have a moment, but you was gonna pick a black woman to have that moment. Well, you was gonna pick black women to have that moment. I'm not with it. I ain't gonna
Well,
let
you
a
know,
random black man go through it, but to see a black woman like be played like that bothered me like with a passion.
So
So
that was very provocative to you.
yeah, oh yeah, like
Yeah,
it is,
yeah.
but I don't be with it, bro. I like I'm a real super duper peaceful. Hey man, let's figure out a different path type person. But it's certain stuff that really bother me to my soul, and I mean I literally like I'm fighting back now, like let them ride, because I'm really that shit really bother me, like with a passion. Like I can't stand it. I can't stand it.
But you know what? Let me just tell you, brother, I love to have a brother like you on our side. Like that is so that right there, like just hearing you talk is enough for me to like put my soul at ease right now, just to hear a brother talk like that. Like as a woman of color, like I like just to hear a man stand up for us like a man. Like there's a lot of them out there talking and they're trying to play loosey goosey. Both sides got good points. Everybody, I appreciated that. Like that made me feel so good, and I appreciate you, brother.
Man, just because you said that, Venom, would it had helped her run if she had a black husband that stood up
no.
when people
I
were
think.
talking?
Wait. I'm gonna give you twofold. Black husband might have won a few thousand more votes. The reality is, America is not ready to let a woman lead.
Yeah,
It has
no, but
nothing
I'm
to do
saying,
with black.
I'm
It has
saying,
nothing to do with white.
A black man
America
would
is not going to do it yet.
a black
but I'm
man wouldn't
saying,
have got into
like,
the preliminaries.
well,
Mhm.
what I'm saying when she was attacked, if her husband would have stepped in and said something very similar to Joffrey, what he said as far as protecting, because
Ooh,
you know
yeah.
that's been one of those conversations on podcasts for the last 2-3 years about black men protecting a black woman. So what if in this instinct, and this is at one of the highest levels, he
Mm-hmm.
come on, he be like, "Hey, bro, hey, Trump, tell you what, it ain't nothing but space and opportunity, but you gonna get that word bitch
But
out your
he
mouth
would
when
have
you
been
threaten my
at
wife."
that point. He would have been classified as just another nigga.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
so
about to
that's what I'm
say.
saying.
Right.
He
Like,
so
like,
I was
like,
about to
like.
say.
Here's
I was
my
about to say.
thing. Let me dial it back. They always were questioning her blackness.
Yeah.
AKA that went to Howard University. She didn't go to Harvard, Yale. She went to Howard. You know what I'm saying? Her whole life was black, and they kept questioning her black. So my thing is, might have gave her a few more thousand votes to have a black man stand next to her. Yeah, probably so, because people are superficial like that. But I don't think it would have won it, because at the end of the day, a lot of people had got to this superficial point that they really didn't believe that this woman could run this country. Let me go second, that they really wanted to hold her accountable for her record as a DA. If you're a DA and you're good at your job, you convict people, right? If you're a DA in Compton, what do those people look like? Brown and black. She wasn't a DA in Savannah. She wasn't a DA in Florida. She was in fucking Compton, where everybody was tired of grandma not being able to walk down the block. They was tired of gang wars. They was tired of gang activity. And then the woman who stands up and does something about it gets held accountable as the evil person later on.
but to your question, if she had a black husband, black men wouldn't disrespect her, right? They ride with her because they see that, right? Like like we like as black men, we could be honest and say if a black woman walking by herself, not us with our characters, but men gonna approach her or say something a little bit flyer. If she's walking with a dude, it can be just her friend. But if a man presence is by that woman, the next man, every man really, regardless of race, has a certain level of respect because he doesn't know how that
Yeah,
man is going to respond to about that woman.
I
Even
agree.
if it's a basic question, he's gonna respect the fact that the man is present. She could have the money, she could be driving the car, and he getting out. They still understand that he's there for a reason.
I,
But on the flip side, America does not want to see a black family in front of nothing. They won't do it in front of cameras. They ain't big on. If you see them now, when they try to put together a little sitcom, if it's them putting it together, they mix the races. When
yeah,
you see the commercials, they mix the races. Everything
yeah.
they do, they mix them. If it's a black woman, she
Amen,
beautiful.
Joseph with a G.
She mostly like gonna have a white dude next to her. That's just how they play it. That's the game they play it. A black family that brings fear. Obama and his wife fist bumped, and they didn't know what
Too
that was about.
provocative. It was
So
too
And
let,
they a fist bump, and they couldn't take it, bro, because that they to them that was some kind of unity sign that was
the
going
gang
to turn
son,
all of
we
us
from
into something.
Chicago. I ain't
Right,
even throw
right.
no
They
fingers
didn't
up.
understand what it
gang
is, but
gang.
the reality is though that shows you what we really need to be on
But what's
is that
crazy
black
is
family, is the
what
black
was
man and the black woman together, fist bumping and going out in the battle together. Because until we get that, bro, we can have whoever we want in politics. We can have them in lawyers, please. It don't matter if at home, at the very start of everybody's life at home, if we ain't rocking strong together. And
but
if
you know
you
what's
look at
crazy?
it the way the internet go, they got them bots out there, and you see them posts, and they just sit there and stir black women, black men, black women. They stir that pot. You don't see no other races going through that, and it's a reason,
But,
Mm.
but what's crazy is
The,
you remember when he wore that remember when he wore that tan suit? Everybody was
bro.
like,
That tan
oh,
suit, bro.
I bet Michelle said you fine as hell today. You the president. You trying to tell me couldn't nobody express you a suit? Michelle probably told that man, wear that suit, be you, and you look good. And they still talk about it as they talk about suit gate. They done gave it a whole terminology.
Nobody, they didn't have anything else to say to that man.
Right.
So that's where Suitgate came from.
They
And
started
they
talking about he
they've
even
smoked
been
cigarettes.
they've
yesterday,
been digging on Obama so long that shit.
But that's also the support of
yes,
Michelle, because what other president had that much support of their spouse as far as in the face of
Right.
the nation? Her face was. They were talking about Michelle because her sleeves were cut too short. They were talking about Michelle
Can,
because the way her body
can we
was
get
shaped.
jokey for a minute and talk about the fact that Trump got a damn body double for Melania?
Bruh. And nobody won't say nothing, bruh.
Girl, that woman ain't talked in over 2 years. Whoever that chick is wearing them sunglasses is not Melania.
Bruh.
No,
Me
Sorry
and my
left that.
daughter was analyzing the video with Melania.
it ain't.
She was like, that ain't her
It
jawline,
ain't.
that ain't her cheekbones. She always has sunglasses on. I don't care if she inside, outside, daytime, nighttime. Why Melania always has sunglasses on?
I
That
want
is not
somebody to ask the
Melania.
question.
Free Melania, blink twice. Sis.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to I want somebody to start asking her questions so she can talk on it and go ahead and expose it. I ain't heard.
That woman ain't talking 2 years.
But it's
She
crazy
ain't
because
and
said
they
a
going to.
word. You
Yeah,
can't
they
even
got
tell me a Melania speech.
they got people clapping and supporting, knowing that's not her. So to the average
not
person,
her.
but that's what I'm
If
saying.
you
To
look
the
at
average
those
person,
recent videos and you look at pictures of Melania, and then you're gonna be like, why is she the only person in this building got sunglasses on? Shit don't even make sense.
But
hey, that's the 2 Chainz. My eyes, something burn, sunlight. You got a rap
Blink.
song.
this
Sis, are you okay? Sis, are you okay?
Shawty
Blink
either left
twice.
him or she missing.
She been left.
She said, yeah, she said she was gonna leave, not
Right.
leave him, but not partake in this election. She did say that.
She got missing quick.
She
ain't seen her do a
was never
speech. She ain't did shit.
she was never a part of the presidency like any other first lady.
Because
She
it
was
goes
never
against his message.
like I go back to Nancy Reagan.
People that's not American, and your wife is not American. Oh my God, I can't talk about Trump because Trump is the biggest hypocrite. He has
already
pulled
talked
off
about
the biggest scandal that's ever happened. He claims that he's so American and didn't even marry an American woman. Not once, not twice. He didn't even marry American women.
He fucked on something though.
Yeah, he fucked on a lot. He was at he was
like
with Jeffrey Epstein
and
yeah, he was with Epstein and what's the dude from Playboy?
I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not gonna because that's a whole nother show.
You with Diddy? Because hey, you gotta think Trump was with the black folk back then when Diddy had the white party. Trump was there.
They always there.
Ultimately, we needed this moment to vent off some of the frustrations that we have. And my frustrations are with the men in my community and the women that are in my community. The women that look like us, that for some reason wholeheartedly decided that they would support somebody that don't have any intention or even a GAF form. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
what's GAF?
Give a fuck.
Give a fuck. Yeah. Come on. Catch up now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
what are you drinking tonight?
I'm about to start braiding my hair. So I'm going to bed soon because I'm like over this shit. See, you see I'm braiding my hair. That means you know when a black woman start braiding her hair, what that means.
You putting that
I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to close this thing out. You got something you want to tell the people, Venom? That you haven't already told me?
I 100% respect y'all. I appreciate the brothers. I appreciate Joseph with a G popping on. That was so dope. Just keep it loud, keep it proud, but keep it cute. Because at the end of the day, nobody is worth your peace. I don't care if it's from the president all the way down to your goddamn broke ass baby daddy. Okay? Keep it cute. Don't let it stress you out. 4 years, we can do this. We've been doing this shit since slavery. We black, we proud, we strong, and we gonna get through this. So I love y'all.
I love you back. What you got, G?
Man, all I'm saying is, if we ain't figured out now, man, we better figure out how to get home, right, man? The natural settings of how it's supposed to be, man or woman, child, and actually building our homes so we can build our community, so we can build our neighborhoods, so we can build back this nation of black people. We don't really have to be all worried about their politics and how they run it, because we know how they run it. It's a stupid game for us to keep trying to play that game. But until we take care of our own community, like the Indians and the Mexicans and everybody else, we're gonna be out here looking foolish because we being foolish.
Say that. What you gonna tell the people?
Man, I appreciate these two individuals, these two family members to Bar BOTB coming on here and expressing themselves. Like me and my brother say, as long as you do it respectful, we don't care what you say and how you say it, as long as you're respectful. And there's people that's gonna watch this and not agree, but it was all respectful. Like we wasn't just bashing the bash. Some of the stuff didn't have deep insight just because it's a fresh feeling. It's not a fresh wound, but just a fresh feeling, fresh emotion. But I think there was a lot of stuff told, and it's just a conversation. Our show is built off conversation. We appreciate you. Like, share, subscribe so you can hear more conversation that we have. We'll be back Wednesday. If y'all too want to get on Wednesday, we don't have a guest, but we're going to come up, not Wednesday, Friday. We're going to get on at 9:35. Maybe we chop this up and pick out scenes and parts from this episode expressed on Friday. But if y'all free Friday, let me know, and I'll send y'all to an invite so we can get this thing cranking.
Sound good to me.
Amen.
Hey man, check this out, man. You got your little shitty booty president, cuz. Don't overstep your boundaries, man. This is the guy that you voted for. This is the guy that you've made excuses for. It's time to put up or shut up. And at the end of the day, we know y'all not gonna shut up. So we not gonna shut up either. I'm voicing my discomfort. I'm voicing my disdain. And that's if you look like me and you said some old ignorant shit, or you believe some old ignorant shit, or you pushed an old ignorant ass agenda. Have the courage of your convictions. Don't say that shit just behind your keyboard or behind your iPhone. Say that shit when you go out in the street so we can identify you as the fucking enemy.
They ain't gonna do that. They ain't gonna do that. Shout out to you, Jay, though.
They
That's
never
why I'm
gonna do
this
that.
shit in my goddamn braids. Oh, listen.
They never gonna do that, and this is why I have no fear of them, because the cowardice that they show in everyday activity is how I identify them.
Amen.
Love the people who love you back always, man. And maybe just them people. You know what I'm saying? Maybe just them people. That don't mean go out and hurt nobody. That don't mean stop nobody from getting their money. But love the people, pour into the people who love you back. Election 2024 is over. We'll see what the next chapter in this motherfucking nightmare is going to be. But, you know, I hold my head to the Most High. I believe in him. And that's what it's going to be. I'm not going to worry about nothing else after that. But if you look like me and I catch you out here, hell, I don't care what you look like. If I catch you out here acting crazy with a black woman because you got a problem. And that's how we going to end it today, man. This is the BOTB Live Show.
What did Philly DA say? Fuck around and find out.
Fuck around and find out.
I'm Jay Walker the Third. That's Carolina Dirt. Joseph G Stack. Joseph with a G. He got more AKAs than a little bit. I'm telling you. And always Venom Vixen, man. Y'all be easy till the next time, man. We gone.